All right, guys. Well, we are back out on the line. I had, I'll just be honest, guys. I had some family problems come up, and I had to pull on my line for a couple weeks. But yeah, my dad, he ended up passing away, and I figured today would be a good day to get out and get some traps set, get my mind off some stuff, and just try to clear my head for the day, basically. He's the one who got me into the outdoors, and I can't appreciate it enough. I'm gonna do like a little tribute here for him, and then we're gonna get some traps set. Stay with us. All right, guys, we got one of our Illinois legal fish stake sets here, so I went ahead and put one here. This is a tall bank. Last year there was an otter toilet right here, but we got one set right here. This is kind of just a big pool of water right here. I'm gonna get one set on that side too, probably right under that root wad over there. And then I'm just parked right up top there. I got a few dog proofs already punched in. Got 3 dog proofs up here. Gonna put a couple fish stakes down here in this pool, and then probably set some high bank stuff, and then we'll move on to the next spot. Guys, we just walked down the creek a little ways. We're parked way up there. I had seen a little beaver sign up that way, so I figured I'd come down and kind of just check this little stretch out. Well, I got here to a spot where it looks like they got it dammed off. A lot of fresh beaver sign right here. Nice slide, but the reason I turned the camera on is I started kind of looking around. Found an otter toilet here. This is usually a good spot to look, guys. There's a big bend in the creek right here, and there's a sandy spot that kind of comes off of the bank down into the creek. And I seen a few little slides here where they've been sliding around. Like I said, I got to poking around, and we got some fresh otter scat right here. That's some fresh otter scat there. Scat all over right here. And you can see kind of where they was sliding around on here. Some fresh scat right there. And then back into the water. Now I would put like a drowning rig right here. I don't know if you could see right here. That's ice. It's this ice hasn't completely melted through this warm up. And here in a few days it's going to get cold again, so this creek's going to be freezing back over here before long. I could see some bubbles. I don't know if you could see that bubble right there. It looks like that's probably where they're crossing, at least the beaver are. So I'm going to come over here. If I had to guess, they're probably going under this log here. So if I had a 330 with me, that's where I would put one, is probably right there. Maybe one right here too. But like I said, this creek's going to be freezing back over. So I really don't want to set it knowing that these traps are going to get frozen in. I'm thinking about maybe doing a couple land sets. I'm going to have to go get the truck and drive back here to get all my stuff back here. And if I can do that, I might set this. I might just wait, because I can always pick up whatever's coming down creek right over there. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and ponder on this for a minute, and then we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we're parked just over there, but I'm not gonna be able to get my truck back here today. This is all real soupy, And I don't want to slide down in this big washout. I don't have much room. There's just a little ditch there on the other side and this big washout here. So I'm gonna have to wait on the otter sign behind us until this ground freezes up. Anyway guys, you can see this big washout behind me. I'm not gonna be able to get my truck back there. So yeah, we're gonna head on up to the truck. I do have a spot up here that I might set a predator trap or two. I'm sure there's some coyotes walking this bottom down here. So I'm gonna get up here and see what I see, but we got a bunch of property to trap yet, guys. Like I said, I had to take a little break and spend my time where it was needed, but you know, that's over now, and we can get back out on the line and hopefully start catching some stuff. I needed to get out here today, guys. Just like I said, get my head cleared out a little bit, which it only stays clear for about 10 or 15 minutes right now, and then start thinking about other stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get up here in the truck and get to setting some more traps, guys. Feels good to be back. All right, guys, we've been getting at her today. It's been a busy day. It's almost 3:30, and I think I turned the camera on last time. It was well, it was earlier this morning, I believe. But we've been doing a lot of scouting. We're setting all new property today. Guys, it's been a good day. I needed this. I ended up getting 30 sets out. A lot of coon sets, but there are quite a few blind sets, a few fish stakes, and I did get out quite a few predator traps too for coyotes and fox. So yeah, it's been a pretty solid day so far. I got 30 out and I had 4 set already. I left the 4 that I've been catching the fox in. I left them set this whole time. They're easy for me to run out and check real quick, but everything else has been pulled. Those fox sets haven't been messed with, but yeah, like I said, we got 30 fresh sets in today, so that's awesome. We ought to have something in the morning, I would hope. Tomorrow's Christmas morning, so that's gonna be awesome. I get to go check. I always love checking traps on Christmas. So yeah, guys, that's pretty well it for today. Like I said, we got quite a few coon and skunk sets out. Yeah, just a whole mixed bag. I was going for a mixed line. I did see a spot where tomorrow, if I can remember to bring some beaver traps out, there's a lot of fresh beaver sign by one of the spots I stopped at. So we'll probably go ahead and throw a few sets in there, try to snag a beaver or two. But yeah, that's pretty well it, guys. Been a solid day. I'm wore out. I'm ready to go get some food. And yeah, we'll see you back in the morning when we go check. All right, guys. Just when I thought I was done for today, one of my cameras just went off and we picked up a fox. A nice red fox up here. We'll go ahead and get this camera turned around. We'll check him out. All right, guys, fox in the straw set. He's a little muddy, but he's a fox nonetheless. Heck yeah. He is muddy. But we're going to go ahead and get this guy out of the trap, get the set remade, and then we'll be done for today. All right, guys, well, here's our remake, and there's our fox. He's a little muddy, but he's all in good shape still, so yep. Hopefully we'll catch another one. This makes 3 fox off this property so far. Pretty good spot. Take it easy, guys. All right, guys, today is Christmas morning. I want to wish every one of you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hard telling when I'll get this next video out. I'm going to try to get this one out Christmas Day. If not, it'll probably be the day after. But we just pulled up to the first set of traps and we got us a nice big old raccoon right here. We'll go ahead and get this camera flipped around and let you guys check him out. All right, guys, I noticed this coon trail here. You can kind of see it coming through all this grass. There's a pile of rocks right there. It looked like there was a den hole in there, so I went ahead and put a dog proof there. We got us a nice coon here. That's awesome. we're gonna go ahead and get this guy taken care of and get on down the line. We got a lot of traps to check today. So we just pulled up to the second set of traps here, and first night catch on a bobcat. I was really hoping for a coyote or fox or something that I could keep, but got us a bobcat. I'm gonna flip the camera around and let you guys check it out for a minute, get some cool pictures and whatnot of it, and then I gotta turn this thing loose. I'm not sure, it looks like a little male. I'm not sure, like I said, I haven't caught many, so it's hard for me to kind of tell just by looking at them. I don't know if you guys can hear him over here growling at me. He's over here growling and hissing. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get this camera flipped around, and we'll check him out before I cut him loose. This was just a pipe dream set. You can see that Bridger number 2. That Bridger number 2 is holding him very well. Yeah, this was just a pipe dream set. Not really sure what bait and lure. I'm pretty sure I used Colton Morris's Apex Predator bait. And then I'm not sure. Oh, I used my Beavery Victor lure on here. Because I was thinking there might be a cat through here. Even though I can't keep them, I don't mind catching them if they're around. They're pretty, yeah. They'll give you a good show. Pretty creatures. Beautiful. I did catch a cat out here last year. I don't think this is the same one. If I had to guess, it's probably not, but yeah, pretty cat. Pretty cat. It's a shame I can't keep them. I've put in for a tag every year and the state will not give me one. I've known multiple people that have had a couple already. It kind of pisses me off that I haven't drawn a single cat tag yet, but I've caught a few, and every one of them I got to cut loose. If you guys watch my videos last year, you'll see all my releases. I don't video them anymore. Just kind of a waste of time, really. I'll cut him loose, and I'll actually, I need to move my truck. I'm a little too close, because whenever I cut him loose, more than likely he'll run under my truck and try to get in it. So after I get this video done, I'm gonna move my truck and get him released, and then hopefully he just runs back up in there. Hopefully he doesn't run into that 220 I have set up there. That would suck. Maybe I'll try to cut him loose this way. I don't have any traps set out in there, but yeah, guys, beautiful cat here. Yeah, you're angry, ain't you, buddy? Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get this guy cut loose out of the trap, and I need to get the set remade, which that's awesome. I got all this scent. He didn't really tear it up much, so if I had to guess, we probably caught him early this morning. But yeah, we'll get this thing all reset and on down the line. We still got quite a few traps to check. That we still got 3 or 4 more stops. So yep, nice bobcat on Christmas morning. Just a shame we can't keep him. All right, guys, I stopped in just this little ditch here yesterday. I popped in 2 dog proofs, put one there, one right here. That's a nice coon. Go ahead and get him taken care of and get on down the line. All right, guys, last few sets of this morning. We got us another coon. Another nice raccoon here. He's all tangled up, but we'll get him taken care of and head on home for the day. Thanks for coming along. As we just stopped at this location to reset a few coyote traps we had already, but I took a peek down here in this ditch, and by the amount of coon sign, all these coon tracks, I seen some mink tracks. I went ahead and put a fish stick in here. Went ahead and put some raw fish and some Hawbaker's mink gland lure in there. Hey, look at all them tracks. I'd say we ought to be able to pick up a few coon here. Probably a mink or 2 also. I'm gonna come right up over here and see if maybe I can get another set in. All right, guys, we got a big pile of riprap here, and this coon trail followed this ditch up quite a ways. And I just found a nice little spot here under this tree. or I could tuck a 220 up in there. So I went ahead and put a 220 in there for a blind set. Hopefully it connects. That'd be a good spot up in there to set one too. I might put another one right up in there.